What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Anime J back with another episode for you, and we are finally getting to one of my favorite things, which are detailed fights. Today, we're going to discuss some of the fights for freedom, which are occurring in the series right now. The Straw Hats find out that Nico Robin has sacrificed herself to save them. She's now being taken to Ennis Island. This is a military stronghold where night never occurs and prisoners are assassinated. Unfortunately, her and Franklin have both been identified as main components by the military needed to revive the weapon Pluton, so they are both on their way to assassination, unless the Straw Hats can go ahead and intervene and have something to do about it. Before we get into the fights for freedom, go ahead and like and subscribe. One like for Anime J goes a long way. I did go ahead and mess with the order that these fights do appear in regards to how they actually occur in the series. This is more based on preference, so bear with me. The first fight for freedom that I want to highlight, we get Zoro versus Captain T-Bone. Now, before they fight, we see Captain T-Bone clearly slash through the back of one of the carts on the C train, so obviously he has some power to be reckoned with. We see Zoro unleash an overwhelmingly powerful attack where his eye shimmers a bright red, indicating some type of demonic or cursed energy behind the attack. One of his swords is cursed, so it does make sense. Now, Captain T-Bone is no pushover, but also no match. This one was over quickly. Next up, on our fights for freedom, we get Frankie versus Nero. Nero is a new CP9 recruit. He's mastered 4 of the 6 powers that are said to make you superhuman. We also see Frankie, and in this fight, he uses a few interesting techniques, but the main one, he turns into a backwards centaur, half man, half horse, and uses it to trap Nero and deliver a brutal final blow. Overall, not a bad fight. But honestly, the over-the-top, goofy, comedic powers are exactly what turned me off about One Piece before I got into the series. It's a big reason why it took so long to get into it and why I always would kind of pass on it. It works more times than not now that I've gotten into the series and know that comedy is a big theme, but this was a miss for me. Number 3 on our list of fights for freedom, we get Sanji versus Ramen Kimpo, aka Noodlemon. Well, at least that's what I call him. This was another fight where the goofy powers made the fight less enjoyable. We do get to see 2 cooks battle it out. We know Sanji and his deadly kicks. Noodlemon has the power to knead dough in his mouth and blow it out through his nose, and they come out as noodles. He uses this power in many different ways, but the main way he uses it is to create a giant noodle soup that Sanji ends up cutting down the size. Entertaining, but another miss for me. Now, one fight that was not a miss, Luffy versus Bluno. In this fight, Luffy's made it to CP9, Nico Robin, and the edge of Ennis Island to face Bluno, who whooped him pretty easily first time around. Being prepared this time, Luffy shows he's up to the task, matching Bluno's output, forcing him to show off some impressive abilities, combining some of the 6 powers in ways that we've never seen up until this point. All is for naught, however, as we get a special treat. Luffy shares that he's been developing a secret technique called second gear, and boy's second gear is no joke. He easily overpowers Bluno, displaying more speed, power, with brutal attacks. The last one sealed the deal. Ooh, you know Bluno tried to play it off holding his ground, but then shortly collapsed in defeat. That concludes our list of fights for freedom. And one thing about me, when a series gets good, I can binge with the best of them, and that's what's going on with One Piece right now. I love when we get into detailed fights. I love when the storyline starts to really build and get in depth, and that's what's occurring. I'm currently on episode 275 and making my stride toward episode 300. Leave a comment when you think I'm gonna go ahead and hit that goal. The person that gets the closest will get a shout out when I reach episode 300. Until then, see you guys in the next episode of Anime J.